What's up, people? What's going on? So, we're going to look at an article uh, from USA Today. This article was dated yesterday, but I need to, speak a little bit about it. It's regarding the vaccine. Very inconsistent. Two allergic reactions in the UK to COVID-19 vaccine puzzle researchers. Okay. Two British people with severe allergies apparently had allergic reactions to Pfizer BioNTech's COVID-19 vaccine, raising questions about whether it is safe for people with pre existing allergies. In response, British regulators advised those with severe allergies to avoid the vaccine. I find that so interesting. I find that so interesting. Reading further, it was not immediately clear what triggered that allergic reactions. Unlike some vaccines, in the Pfizer BioNTech vaccine, there are no preservatives or egg products which have been known to trigger reactions with other types of vaccines. Allergic reactions were not a significant problem in the U.S. trial, in which more than 20,000 people have received both doses of the vaccine, but the U.S. trials kept out subjects who have had severe allergic reactions, said Monsef Slaoui, co-head of Operation Warp Speed, the government program tasked with developing, manufacturing, and distributing COVID-19 vaccines. Wow. They developed a Warp Speed Task Force program to create a vaccine in less than a year. And you mean to tell me they kept out subjects who have had severe allergic reactions? What else did they keep out? I mean, should I read further? Should I go on? This is why I don't trust. I mean, look, I'm all for, health and security and protecting ourselves and our family and fighting diseases. I'm all for that. But the way that they've done this, it just seems like it's such a rush job. It's like a race. It's not about saving lives. It's about who can win the race to get paid the most. Which company, which scientist, with which corporation can get paid, can win the race, create something they want the world to believe is a vaccine to get the most money. Haphazard. When you do things quickly in haste, how does that work for us often? When we do things just in our regular, normal lives, if we sit back and we think, when we rush into things, what's the likelihood or the probability, the chances are that we are going to make errors? Isn't the probability high because we're rushing warp speed to develop vaccines, warp speed to address a global pandemic, warp speed? And now that they have this vaccine, you mean to tell me that there are going to be no types of, it's going to be, completely effective, or there's not going to be any issues or any problems that the people are automatically supposed to trust into these corporations, into these governments, into these salespeople? Because that's all they're doing. They're trying to sell us a dream. That's how I feel. This article just captures certain things that just, folks, it's about understanding what's going on and not buying into the hype. But a vaccine that triggers dangerous reactions in people with severe allergies poses a major challenge in the U.S., said Dr. Peter Hotez, a pediatrician and dean of the National School of Tropical Medicine at Baylor College of Medicine in Houston. If you start issuing recommendations that anyone with an EpiPen doesn't get vaccinated, that could be a showstopper for Americans, he said. About 3 to 4 million Americans carry epinephrine with them at all times in case of allergic reactions, Hotez noted, and 50 million have less severe allergies. Hotez was confused by the allergic reaction, which was not predicted by trials in tens of thousands of people. It's very inconsistent, he said. That's why it's really puzzling to me. Now, you know, again, why weren't people who have allergies included in the trials? Who else needs to be included? I'm not a medical person. I'm not a scientist. I don't, conduct clinical research. I'm just a human being trying to exercise a certain level of logic. This thing doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. But you have bodies, government bodies, and they're pushing for the FDA to approve this, whether it's emergency, usage, whatever. They're pushing for this. They're pushing so hard. Now go take it, go take it, go take it. Go run online. Go get online. Go get your shot. Go get your shot. Black and brown people, go get your shot. Go get your shot. Go get it, go get it, go get it. Just go, just go. Stop talking, stop complaining. Put your arm out and take this shot. In a statement Wednesday, Pfizer said that its trials did not include people with a history of severe adverse reaction associated with the vaccine and/or severe allergic reaction, example, anaphylaxis, to any component of the study interventions. Why? The question is why? The companies are working with British regulators to fully understand each case and its causes. Pfizer and BioNTech are supporting the MHRA in the investigation, according to the statement. Yeah, now you're supporting. You just wanted to get that bag. You wanted to win the race and get paid and figure it out later. That's the kind of thing, rush, 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 do a rush job, a patch-up job. And when things start to kind of like falter, or the defects start to present themselves and things start to fall apart, we'll deal with it. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But just give us this money. Give us this money. I don't care who dies. I don't care who suffers. I don't care who has reactions of any kind. Just give us this money. That's how it feels. Moderna did not immediately respond to a request about whether people with severe allergies were included in their trials. As more people receive the vaccine experts expect other reactions will crop up, both connected to the shot and by coincidence. But they want us to take the shot. They want us to take the shot. That's what they want. British regulators authorized the use of Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine late last month, and the U.S. Food and Drug Administration appears poised to do the same as soon as the end of this week. Thousands of people in the UK have received the vaccine since it was first distributed on Tuesday. Dr. Gregory Poland, who runs a vaccine research group at Mayo Clinic in Minnesota, said he thinks the British regulators overreacted. People who have had anaphylactic shock reactions to previous vaccines should avoid this one, he said, but those with reactions to something other than a vaccine should still be allowed to receive the COVID-19 shot for now, said Poland, who studies the immunogenetics of vaccine response in adults and children. He said he hopes that the FDA committee at its meeting tomorrow, which is today at the date of this recording, to consider the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine will require the companies to actively study the issue even after the vaccine is authorized, contacting people who received it, for instance, to ask if they had reactions. He said he hopes the committee will also require the companies to keep track of any future neurological side effects from the vaccine. 4 people in the trials who received the active vaccine developed Bell's palsy, a temporary weakness of stiffness in facial muscles, which is worth following, Poland said, but also could have happened purely by chance. You see, folks, I don't know. I'll try to leave a link to this article. You know, I'll leave a link to this article in the description, I guess, if I remember. It's a race to get rich, not a race to save lives.